Comes next. Now that South Korea's martial law declaration has been lifted, we welcome Greg Scarlatow, President and CEO of the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, to delve into these latest developments and the broader implications of this unfolding story. Greg, it's great to have you back in studio.
Steve, it's great to be back.
It is, unfortunately, under some unnerving circumstances here. I first want to kind of set the table, Greg. We've been watching the news unfold today, the fog of war, if you will, still trying to parse the details. One of the narratives that I've been seeing even in Western media is sort of not really analyzing and talking about the actual reason of President Yoon of South Korea's reason behind doing what he did. Talk to us about why you think that is, and is there something to be said about communist infiltration in South Korea?
Steve, I run a human rights organization dealing with North Korean human rights. Of course, I cannot be in favor of martial law, and that said, we have to be fair. President Yoon Suk-yeol's point was that the Democratic Party of South Korea, the DP, was making it impossible for the executive branch of the South Korean government to work. They were not approving budgets, they were trying to impeach senior officials, and thus the President Yoon, decided this was the step to take, declaring martial law. The situation of South Korea is different from many other countries around the world. If you impair the executive branch of the government of the Republic of Korea, do you create a threat to national security? Yes, you do. The North Korean challenge is still looming large. So, it's not entirely unreasonable that he took this step. On the other hand, of course, this was also a test of South Korean democracy. 190 out of 300 members of the South Korean National Assembly voted in favor of doing away with the martial law. And that's what happened. So, this is South Korean democracy at work. It's noisy, it's a little messy at times, but it definitely works. That's what I see. Of course, it's very serious business. This is a true global economic powerhouse, the world's 10th, 11th, 12th largest economy. We do want to know that South Korea is stable.
Greg, I want to talk to you about the issue of the communist ideology. Obviously, you have North Korea, where this is generally focused on right now, but the big player in that region and in the world when it comes to communism is China. And both China and North Korea and any communist nation is the master of using proxies. And that means that it's very hard to pin somebody to something. So if, in fact, you have these communist regimes, whether it's China or North Korea, operating in South Korea using proxies, it's very hard to prove that and to expose that.
Steve, there's no doubt that China has intelligence agencies that try very hard to infiltrate South Korea. North Korea does the same. Of course, North Korea tries very hard to infiltrate, undermine, subvert South Korea. Because, the ultimate purpose of the Kim family regime in North Korea is to establish hegemony over the entire Korean peninsula. There is no internal opposition. This is a tyrannical regime. What is the only alternative to the Kim family regime? That is South Korea. Prosperous, free, democratic, despite this, hiccup, martial law, it is still a very democratic country. And the way this whole martial law business played out proves that it is a very democratic country. So, of course, North Korea will try its best to undermine South Korea. And, of course, China, as North Korea's great protector and ally, will try its best to undermine and subvert South Korea and South Korean democracy. We are faced with a very difficult predicament right now.